Okay. Thank you for attending today's workshop for a new rule on school-sponsored events and activities. We are going to conduct our workshop in two sections. We will provide an overview of the framework for the new rule and then allow an opportunity for clarifying suggestions and comments. Now, we want to cover a few details about input and participation. You may participate and provide input during the workshop, or if you need more time with the material, following the workshop. During the interactive portions of the workshop, we ask that you state your name and affiliation, which can be your institution, school district, association, or anything else you want us to know about where you are from. If you prefer to submit your question or comments in writing following the workshop, you can do this at any time. You can mail or email them to us, or if you are in the room, you can leave them here. You can also provide input to the State Board of Education's website as noted on this slide. One last thing about input and participation. This rule is being advertised for public comment. We are still working on draft language. It is extremely important to us that we have your comments and suggestions as we develop the language. This can be things like, please include this, please remove this, please add something about ... Or, I like where you're going on this, except I think that you need to change it to, or clarify it to say such and such. In order to develop the rule text, we also ask that you be as specific as possible. We will move into the overview section now. The purpose of this rule is to protect the fundamental rights of parents by ensuring that children are not exposed to inappropriate school-sponsored events and activities. This rule will enhance the safety and welfare of students and protect parental rights. We anticipate providing a purpose, then providing definitions in this rule. We also anticipate language on what a school day district policy will include. Finally, there may be a parental notification requirements. We appreciate you helping us think through these sections and providing your ideas on what to include in the rule language. We will now take input on each of these sections. You may use the raise hand feature, and once called upon, you may unmute and submit your comment. Does anyone have feedback on the purpose of this rule? Seeing none. Does anyone have feedback on the definitions to include? Okay, seeing none. Does anyone have feedback on what school districts' policies on this topic should be included? Hearing none. Does anyone have feedback on parental notification policies? Okay, hearing none. We'll move to the next slide. We will conclude today with any other questions or comments you may have. To submit a comment or question at this time, please utilize the raise hand feature Once called upon, please unmute and submit your comment or question. We will collect and review comments to inform the next steps of the rule development process. We have provided a link to the State Board of Rules under review, under the review site for you to monitor the development process, the rule development process. At this time, again, if you'd like to submit a comment, please utilize the raise hand feature. Once called upon, please unmute and submit your comment or question. All right, seeing no further comments or questions or raise hands at this time, we will now conclude the workshop. Thank you for attending today's workshop.